Parachute Music Festival always starts at full speed, and that pace doesn't let up for the rest of the weekend. 2010 was no exception, and for thousands of people who poured through the gate, this was the place where they slept, ate and were entertained. But the weekend wasn't just all about the great music. There were also plenty of opportunities for people to learn about organisations which are making a difference in the world. These young men were keen to raise money for a World Vision project in Rwanda, so they decided to turn down the comfort of a vehicle and instead use bicycle power to get here. It took them 5 days, all the way from Wellington.
Pretty much I was just bored with driving up, got too stuffy and all that in the car, so I thought there's got to be a better way. And I was kind of into cycling at that time, so I just thought, why not cycle up? Texted a few mates and see if they're keen. And here we are, all going towards an awesome as cause. Yeah. We're so fortunate here in New Zealand. Don't know how fortunate we are. But yeah, anything we can do to help out, pretty much.
In the World Vision tent, visitors were encouraged to raise their awareness of what it was like to live in a third world country and actually take a step into the lives of real people, as International Director Seth Lalou explained.
So you enter into the life of a young African, 2 girls or a boy, there's different stories, and learn what it's like to be in Africa and also to actually face the horrendous situation of the impact of AIDS on African young people. It's a pretty scary thing. It challenges people, and we want to take Kiwis out of their comfort zone so that they can just really understand what it's like to be in Africa and to be confronted by this horrendous thing. There is 26,000 motivated, interested young, not only young but older Kiwis who are here, and this is an opportunity to give them, if you like, a lowercase world vision. And it's really just about provoking particularly young Kiwis to say, hey, what's your life going to be about? Is it just about money or is it about something more?
One of the other ministries on display at Parachute was the Bible Society of New Zealand, and their message had a distinctly nautical theme.
We have a passion to get Bibles out around the world, get them into hard-to-reach areas, and to get the Bible into people's hands. And one of the places is the South Pacific. And there's some places in the South Pacific that you can't reach very easily. You have to get on a boat. And we actually have a boat called the Seahawk that we're involved in that goes to little islands and atolls and literally delivers boxes of Bibles. And we had a bright idea that we want to encourage others to have this experience. So we've got a competition going where you can enter, and if you win, you can take yourself and a mate. We'll actually fly you to the boat, put you on the boat, and you will have an absolutely amazing experience of sailing around on our boat and literally hands-on mission delivering the Bibles to people who need it. Lots and lots of people don't have a Bible, so we actually do translation. We actually take the Bible and put it in other people's languages. We also publish, so we make Bibles that are really cheap and we distribute them, we get them out to people all around the world. And the bit about the heart, that's more for us here in New Zealand. We did a lot of research and discovered that only 11% of Christians who go to church every week read the Bible every day. 11%. And that's our mission, into the hands and the hearts of people here and around the world.
Amongst the thousands of people who were camped out in Parachute Festival's tent city, one family was especially happy to be here. They won their camping equipment as first prize in a competition run by New Zealand's REMA. Andrew Urquhart spoke to the winner, Kelvin Stewart.
Kelvin, our special celebrity guest, because he won the Austrail tent. Kelvin, when you entered the competition, did you think you were going to win it?
No, I didn't. It was my daughter that actually sort of forced me into doing it. But it was her wanting to come to Parachute, so it was her Christmas present, and I decided that seeing she had to come, I would actually bring her along. So first time Parachute for us, and actually fantastic. I'm really enjoying it.
So when you got that phone call on the Monday morning to say that you'd won all this fantastic equipment, about $5,000 worth of camping equipment from Austrail, what was your reaction at the time?
Well, I thought it was a prank, to be honest. I had an experience just recently, which I thought of some friends of mine actually getting a bit of a one back on me. And I wasn't sure until we were halfway through Radio Remit was ringing me, and I was still trying to work out what was going on. I was late for work that day, trying to put my boots on, so it was actually a bit of a rush. So yeah, it was a very pleasant surprise. It caught me totally off guard, and it was an answer to prayer too, because I run an outdoor kids club called Pathfinders, where we take kids off the streets, give them the outdoors experience. Once a year we run expeditions and that sort of thing. Did one down the Wanganui River, did a tramping one just recently. This coming year is a mountain biking one. So all the gear that you've so kindly sort of given me is going to be used for a lot of that sort of activities. So thank you to all your sponsors. It's going to be used for God's work.
So even though the Parachute Festival wasn't just all about the music, Life FM and New Zealand's Rima were there to remind people where they could tune in 24 hours a day to hear their favourite Christian artists. Radio host George Pink summed up the weekend.
The best thing about being at Parachute for me, I think, is just a fantastic atmosphere. You've got some really cool bands and some amazing kind of world-class musicians, but it's about seeing the lives change. It's about seeing, you know, kids just having a good time and good clean fun too. It's such a great family atmosphere. It just really is a highlight of my year, and obviously for 25,000 other people, they're really enjoying it too, man. And I think we're all just stoked that we can be a part of it, involved in, you know, this really what is an amazing weekend.